All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to start up year 2 with your Ottawa Senators. We've already taken care of everything in the offseason. We signed some veteran depth in Daniel Winnick and Joel Ward, so I'm hoping for another good year, back to the playoffs, and hopefully we can get by the first round, right? But that's thinking a little bit too far ahead. We have to make it back to the playoffs first. But before we start the simulation, I have some comments from the Analysts that I have to address. So first up, Johnny, trade away Zibanejad. Oh, our second-line center, eh? He is a great second liner, no doubt, but he doesn't progress unless played on the first line. At the moment, his trade value is sky high, so I would recommend trying to trade him and Pumple for Hansel and Duclair from Arizona. So this guy wants a specific trade already. Then he can flourish, and Duclair and Dadonov can fight for the first and second line left wing of the future. Not to mention, Hansel is a defensive juggernaut to help the penalty kill. All right, so this guy wants to already trade away Mika Zibanejad. I don't know if I want to do that, man, right away. Zibanejad is fine at 85 overall, 22 years old, 4 Green Star. So you are saying that he doesn't get any better. He's going to stay at 85 overall. Well, I wouldn't want him to stay at 85 overall. Right now, his stats are more like a really good third-line stat. I mean, he's got good stats, right? But if you're looking at a Dynasty Stanley Cup team, the way I've built my teams in the past, my third-line center would be like 84, 85 overall, right? And every one of his stats are like mid-80s, 85. He's got decent skating, but like defensive awareness 84, offensive awareness 85, passing 86, shooting category 85, 87, 87, 86. But I think to trade him away at 22 is just far too young. You can maybe wait till he's 24, 25. And I don't really want to break up the team just yet to bring in Martin Hansel and Anthony Duclair. It's not a bad idea, but it's just too much of a roster change right now. And I think we all decided at the draft last year that we were going to be patient and give the team one more year to see what happens, all right? The major trades come in the offseason this year if we flop or something, all right? But I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Hansel and Duclair. Interesting. Next up, it's pronounced Connect Knee, Johnny. I've watched OHL closely all year, so it's not Travis Konecny. It's Travis Connect Knee. Travis Connect Knee. I gotta get used to that. I'm gonna mess that up. Seems like this guy knows what he's talking about. Next, go with Lehner. He will get better than Hammond. Or he will get better, Hammond will not. Thing is, Andrew Hammond had a very good statistical year last year, so I don't want to just automatically go with Robin Lehner. We're going to turn off the automated goalie rotations and going to go the slow simulation for the first month like we did in year number 1. We're going to see which goaltender plays better, and then when we do the quick simulation, we'll favor that goaltender, okay? Go with Robin Lehner, though. I want Robin Lehner to be our starter of the future, so I'm definitely on board with that comment. Next up, Cody Ceci needs at least a top 4 if you want him to grow. I do kind of agree with you there. I still want to have Braun and... Here, I'll show you the lines. I still want to have Braun and... what's his name? Methot on the second line, just because last year they were very good as second line defenders who shut the other teams down. We were actually a pretty good defensive team last year. Look at this, 82 games played, he's a +1. And with Erik Karlsson and Weirkosh on the first line getting offense, you know, that was a really good combination. Look, Braun was a +1 as well. Yeah, what do they do in the playoffs? He was a +2. See, I kind of want to keep those two together. I understand that Cody Ceci's an 85 and you want him to get better. Maybe he could replace Weirkosh. But I did say in the last video we were going to give Cody Ceci plenty of power play time and plenty of penalty kill time. So that would give him the ice time that he's not getting from 5-on-5. So I don't think we're going to stunt his growth by having him on the top 6, all right? We'll see how our team plays. If we're starting to lose games, I'll definitely bring him up to the top 4. But as of right now, I kind of want to keep the same roster as last year because it was very, very successful for us, all right? And last but not least, Pajot doesn't fit in the bottom, or fit at all in the bottom 6. He might be worth keeping for the future with his potential and overall. However, and also as a depth player this year, if a trade can't get done, just swap Chiasson and Pajot and let Chiasson play in the NHL. If the cap permits, he fits much better on the bottom 6 being a power forward. Also, in this video, you never checked out that possible Marco Scandella trade. So that was something that happened in the last video. You guys were suggesting Marco Scandella. I'll bring it up to take a look at his trade value. I don't think it's going to happen, though, because I don't want to make any major trades just yet. And if we brought in Scandella, who would we send out, right? We would have to send somebody out. I don't think I want to do that right now. I want to keep the same kind of roster, so hang on. Minnesota Wild. Let's see here. Defenseman. Where is he? Scandella. See what I mean about his trade value? I jacked him up to an 85 because of his contract. 5 years left at almost $4 million. Good player. But that kind of trade value, I mean, we'd have to give up it'd be like a Cody Ceci or a Braun or a Thought. Like, I could do it, but we want to keep the roster the same right now, right, boys? So thank you very much for your comments, analysts, making the team better. But as of right now, we made this decision at the draft last year. We were going to be very patient and see what our team can do. So let me just go to the options. Injuries are still on. Where is it? Automated goalie rotations. We're going to turn that off. And we're going to see which goaltender outperforms the other in the first month. I think what we'll do is we'll start with Andrew Hammond, just because he was our goaltender last year. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Go back to coaching options, edit lines. Hang on a second here. Goaltender. All right, Hammond. And I got to get used to switching back to the AHL team and going back like that. All right, so Andrew Hammond's going to be our goaltender. Now we also have to edit the lines. I forgot about this. Yeah, I want to keep the same kind of lines as last year. Now, we had Stone on the first line last year, right? Or was it, it was Stone on the first line. So I want Stone to grow. So we're going to put Stone right there. Hoffman can stay on the left and MacArthur on the right. Lazar, Smith, and Pajot. All right, so what we were going to do with Pajot, we're going to send Pajot down to the AHL just because he can be a good first-line center in the AHL. If we have an injury, he can come up. Hang on a second. Got to bring up all these guys. And we are also going to allow Chiasson as the power forward to play in the NHL. So I agree with that one comment. Chiasson should replace Pajot. But I'm not going to trade away Pajot. We'll give him one more year down in the minors. He's only 22, so he could jump up to an 83, 84, and then we have more trade value to trade away. Chris Neal, he's going to come up as some depth. Colin Greening, you're coming up as some depth. And Schlemko, you're coming up as some depth. Everyone else down there in the AHL can play, okay? So there you go. So let's go back to the NHL here. Now let me just go best lines, and then I'll just change all this right now. So Hoffman's been Jeb MacArthur, Joel Ward, Winnick, and Smith, like a grinder third line. Where's Curtis Lazar? Curtis Lazar is the guy who's scratched right now, so I'm going to have to scratch. Yeah, it was going to be Neal who gets scratched, all right? So there you go. So Neal gets scratched. Greening is scratched. Those are my two forwards who are scratched. Now hang on a second. Where do I want to put Curtis Lazar? I definitely want Curtis Lazar on the third line. So Tommy Wingles, Daniel Winnick, and Curtis Lazar. And then we'll go with who would be better, Joel Ward or Daniel Winnick? Hang on a second here. Who do I want for my third line left wing? Joel Ward is a natural right winger. Very good physical, very good defensive. And he's actually not bad offensive categories as well. You know what? You know, I'm going to put Joel Ward on the right side, Curtis Lazar right up there, and then Chiasson, because he's a right winger. Boom, he can go on the right side right there, and then Daniel Winnick can go on the left side, okay? So two-way forward, grinder, power forward, grinder, two-way, and then the top six the same. All right, so let me know what you guys think about that. Weirkoch, there you go. Mathot and Braun, I'm going to split those guys up. And Cody Ceci and Phillips, there you go. But the power play, Cody Ceci's going to get first-line power play time. So he's going to get plenty of ice time right there. Bobby Ryan, Hoffman, Stone, Hoffman, MacArthur, Zibanejad. Hoffman go on the left. All right, Weirkoch and Braun. Yeah, Braun could stay there. That's fine. Four-man power play. Kyle Turris, Zibanejad, Bobby Ryan, and we'll go with Stone. I want Stone to get better. All right, Stone. There you go. Cody Ceci's in there. Braun, Weirkoch. Very good. Penalty kill. Zach Smith, Wingles. Yeah, here's where we got the depth. Joel Ward and Winnick. All right. Joel Ward, Daniel Winnick, Zach Smith, and Tommy Wingles. Looking like a much better penalty kill. We're going to go with Braun and Mathot, and then Chris Phillips with Cody. What's Cody Ceci's defensive awareness? Yeah, Cody Ceci can definitely kill off a penalty. We'll keep Carlson off the penalty kill. All right. So Cody Ceci with Phillips, Mathot, and Braun. So Ceci's getting plenty of ice time, boys. Don't worry. He's getting plenty of ice time. This won't, he's still very young. This won't stunt his growth at all. Zach Smith, Kyle Turris. We'll go with Tommy Wingles. 4-on-4 lines. Kyle Turris, Bobby Ryan, Carlson, Ceci. We'll go Weirkoch, Braun, and Mathot. Switch them over. Zibanejad, and yeah, we'll go with MacArthur there. Sure, why not? Wingles and Hoffman. I'll get Stone in there. There you go. Stone. And then Mathot, he switched out for Cody Ceci. There you go. All right, boys. So there are the line changes. Extra attackers, Bobby Ryan and Erik Karlsson. Sure, why not? Goaltenders, we're going to go with Andrew Hammond. And shootout, that can be the same. AHL, Jesus Christ. Pumple and Pajot, they should be on the first line. So that's why I left Pajot on this team. Hang on one second, boys. All right, we're back. So we're here in the AHL. You can see this is why I didn't want to trade away Pajot just yet. If we have injuries, he can come up. And also right now, I think he's going to enhance Pupil on that second line, on that first line. Pajot and Pupil, all right? Defense, Bartkowski and Borowicki. And then power play, yeah, Pajot's always with Pupil. So Got two guys down there in the minors. Remember, all the draft picks that we had this year, they're still down in the juniors. So we're going to have to wait one more year before our AHL squad starts to fill up with roster play or with prospects, okay? So there you go. There are the lines. So let's start year number 2. Hopefully, just like last year, we get off to the good start. We're going up against the Carolina Hurricanes in game number 1. All right, no one's played a game. No one's played a game just yet, so let's get going. It's not a divisional game, but still an Eastern Conference game, so let's see if we can get off to a good start here. First, all right, Jordan Staal and Jeff Skinner gets 2 for the Carolina Hurricanes. Second, all right, tied up by Bobby Ryan. Third period, though, starting on the power play for Carolina. And the third, they get 2 goals in the third on Andrew Hammond. And the Carolina Hurricanes take game 1. Well, actually, they beat us in game 1 of the regular season, not the playoffs. So 4-2 right there. Kind of a weird game. Again, we're not going to go crazy just yet, but I am going to switch out for Robin Lehner right now. Andrew Hammond could have shut down that third period. Not so much. So Lehner's in the net. This is what I like about having... I got to switch back to the AHL before I back out. It'll be a lot quicker that way. This is what I like about these 2 goaltenders. I don't really feel the need to stick with Hammond like I did last year. Hammond really set himself apart, but this year we could have like the first half of the season... Robin Lehner plays better, and then all of a sudden Hammond starts to come in and starts to get his stats back under control, right? So let's see. Let's just take it easy here. First period, there you go, 2-0. Braun and Stone. Second period, 3-0. Tourist. Third period, they get 2 goals. Ooh, they actually almost came back and tied it, but then we got 3 more, Hoffman, Carlson, and Bobby Ryan, all right? So Robin Lehner's in the net. He allowed 2 goals in the third period, but our team outplayed the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators. Good. Didn't fall down 0-2 in the regular season. We have a good team, man. We have a good team. And here it is, the team that kicked us out of the playoffs last year. The Battle of Ontario, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Our first 3 games are on the road. What the hell? All right, so they're 1-1. We're 1-1. Come on now. We're going to stick with Robin Lehner in the net. He played a good one last time. First period, all right, starts off with Joel Ward wrist shot. Second period, JVR ties up. What the hell, Robin Lehner? A slap shot from the neutral zone. What are you smoking? And the third period, Erik Karlsson and Mark Stone empty netter. And the Ottawa Senators beat the team that kicked them out of the playoffs last year. Take that. That felt good. Nice little revenge game right there. All right. So that first game against Carolina, don't worry about it. It's nice to get a regulation win against the divisional opponents. I really want to focus on those division games, man. We definitely want to get to the playoffs. Beat all these divisional opponents. I want to see if the Buffalo Sabres have a good year as well this year. I think they may be just one or 2 more years away from their youngins becoming better. I think I saw Sam Reinhart in the lineup here, so Robin Lehner's getting his 3rd start. Ottawa versus Buffalo, first period. And Weber gets a goal on Robin Lehner. Another far slapper. Second period. Winnick and Mazzaros. Can we tie it up in the third? We did tie it up, but Tyler Ennis scores one with 11 seconds left to get us a regulation loss. Man, Robin Lehner, man, that one's a tough one. I'm not gonna blame him though. 3 goals. I think I do have to go back to Andrew Hammond now though. Give him a chance. That first game, Ottawa only got 2 goals and we still lost, right? So it was the same thing. So I'll go back with Andrew Hammond here. The Hamburglar, got to get his chance. He earned the number 1 spot last year. Not going to take it away from him just yet, just because Robin Lehner has an 85 overall and the potential. All right. If you look back at his stats last year, Andrew Hammond actually had very good stats. I'd be fine with a goaltender who could give me those kind of stats every year, right? You saw what I did with Brendan Hope, an 86 overall goaltender last with the Arizona Coyotes. So it's just about the team on front of him and a decent goalie. All right. So Andrew Hammond's going in the net against the Dallas Stars, a Western Conference team. Home ice advantage. Come on now, boys. Play for your fans. First period. Andrew Hammond allows 3 in the first. Robin Lehner might be taking this. Second period. All right, we got 1, but they got 1 as well. Jason Spezza against his old team. He's getting booed. And the third period. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? We came back we actually took the lead, but then Andrew Hammond allowed another 2 lates. And we lose 6-5 in regulation. All right, so Andrew Hammond has not had a good start to this season. The first game, he allowed the third period goals. His second game, he allowed, 3 first period goals and then 2 third period goals. Man, when we had the lead, oh, man, Andrew Hammond. It's not good, man. All right, so 2-3-0 start for the Ottawa Senators. Not the greatest, boys. Could be our goaltending. I don't want to make any line changes just yet. That's where you guys come in at the end of this video. We'll go through all the stats and everything. All right, but let's just get through a month of simulating. I like this new way of doing the GM mode. I always make sure to end the previous video at preseason so we can scout the rest of the NHL to get you guys caught up. And then the next video, we just simulate slowly through the first month to figure out who's actually performing on our team. Because I know you guys are going... Wait, did I change later? I know you guys are going through this in a lot more detail than I am. I can't pick up everything on the screen while doing a commentary, but you guys can pause the video and see how many shots against, power plays, penalty kills, add up things for me. All right, so let's make this team into a contender, man. I'm not liking these early losses, regulation losses too. Now, come on, Florida could be a team that we'd be competing for a playoff position with. Team in our division. Let's go, Ottawa. First period. There you go. Zach Smith. Give me a... and Luongo's not in the net. We got to win this game. Second period. Oh, my God. Dave Bolin and Brendan Peary. The guy who doesn't pass the puck and the guy who didn't... Oh, for God's sakes. Come on now, Ottawa. We got to get something here in the third period. Tie it up. Third period. Oh, my God. Ray Whitney and Peary gets another one. And Robin Lehner allows 3 goals. Our offense didn't show up that game, boys. I'm not going to blame the goaltender. All right. God damn it. This really sucks. 2-4-0 to start the year. That's the thing. Our losses are coming through regulation. We're not getting the kind of goaltending that we had last year, man. Our defense is starting to flounder a little bit. So, going to keep the lines the same way. Remember, it's only 1 month. We can come back from this. But I got to figure out what the hell's going on. We're allowing way too many goals, man. And we're not getting enough either. We were a much better team than last year. I mean, we were a much better team last year than this year so far. First period. There you go. All right, I'll take that. Second period. All right, I'll take that. If we can just squeeze a point out of this, I wouldn't mind it. But come on, a regulation win against an Eastern Conference team is necessary. Third period. Oh, my God. And the Ottawa Senators can't seem to find any offense. All right, so I'm not going to blame our goaltenders on that one. We're just not getting any offense going, all right? So... how many more games we got left in this month? We got 3 more games left in this month. Let me see if I can make a line change, all right? I'm going to do something here. All right. So you guys let me know if you agree with this or not, but I'm going to switch up Cody Ceci with Mathot. Get some more offense going, all right? There you go. Just that one little change. And then offensively, no, I'm going to leave Curtis Lazar, Wingle, Chason. No, I'm going to leave all that the same. I mean, I can make Twitch changes right now, but I don't think they would make any difference. It could also just be coincidence why we're losing games right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's still early on in the season. We've only played 7 games. I mean, I've had really good teams lose 7 games in a row before during the regular season, so it can happen. But seems like we're not scoring enough goals this year. I don't know if it's our defense or our goaltending. It's like our lack of offense. Forwards, OHL. The OHL has plenty of good forwards in it and defenders in it the first 3 years. All right, so 3 Western Conference games all on the road. We can maybe beat the Edmonton Oilers, man, but we got to go through the LA Kings and what was it, the San Jose Sharks as well, or the Anaheim Ducks. That's going to be rough. Come on now, boys. There you go, Erik Karlsson, first shot of the game. That's what I needed. First period. All right, there you go, Joel Ward and Erik Karlsson. Come on now, boys. Get a win. Second period. All right, there you go. Great job. All right, come on. Third period, get that win. Oh, my God. Are you freaking kidding me? And the LA Kings storm back to get 4. I don't believe it. All right, now something really needs to happen, boys. All right, I changed the team for offense, and then we allow 4 goals in the third period when we're up 3-0. What the hell are we, the Toronto Maple Leafs? That's horrible, and that's all Robin Lehner, man. 4 goals. Holy shit. And a regulation loss, too. It's not even like they got it to overtime. I'm going to go back with Robin Lehner. 2-6-0 start for the Ottawa Senators. Boys, this is turning into a very bad start to the year. Very bad omen for the rest of the year. First period. All right, there you go. Cody Ceci, unscrivy. Second period. Oh, my God. Clefbaum gets one on Lehner. Super Swedes solve another Super Swedes. Third period. And the Edmonton Oilers beat the Ottawa Senators in regulation. What the hell is going on with our team? Boys, something needs to change here. The Ottawa Senators can't do anything. I'm not going to blame Robin Lehner on that game. It's like our offense shows up and then our goaltenders flop. Our goaltenders show up, we don't get any offense. All right, so last game of the month, we need to end this month quickly. All right, let's just get this road trip over with, man. Holy crap. All right, we're back. Game against the Anaheim Ducks here. First period. Come on now, boys. Let's end the month with a win. This has been a horrible first month. First period. All right, there you go. It was a 0-0 game. Second period. All right, there you go. Zach Smith going into the third period again with the lead. Can we win the game? Third period. Oh, thank God. They actually took the lead in the third, but then our offense stormed back. Bobby Ryan, Clark MacArthur, and Weirkosh. All right. So, a very bad start to year number 2, boys. And we got to solve this problem right away. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this one bit. This is very bad, okay? So, let's just leave it right there. The Edmonton Oilers are up next. But, yeah. After going 2-1 to start the year, 2-1, we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We lost 6 in regulation, all right? So, I'm hoping that it was just a bad stretch. But, man, this is where you guys come in. What should we do, man? I want to make it back to the playoffs. We're not giving up just yet. Don't start throwing out, suggestions to completely blow up the team and rebuild right away. I want to make it back to the playoffs. So what do we need to do to make some changes to improve our team here? Mark Stone's got 7 points in 10 games played. Bobby Ryan, 7 in 10 games played. Mika Zibanejad, 6. Clark MacArthur, 5. Kyle Turris has only got 5. He needs to do a lot better. Daniel Winnick's got 4. Joel Ward, 4. Hoffman, 3. He needs to do a lot better. All right, so let's see the minus players. Minus. Plus Zach Smith, minus. Plus Daniel Winnick, minus. Plus Zibanejad, Bobby Ryan. All right, so I really don't know what to make of that. No line really, Joel Ward, no line really pops out at me there. Everyone's kind of got a minus, and then Bobby Ryan first line +2, Zibanejad second line +2, but Clark MacArthur's second line -2, right? So kind of hard to figure out what's going on with this team right now. Points, Erik Karlsson with 9. See what I mean about Weirkosh on the first line? He gets it done, man. 8 points in 10 games played. So I think I want to keep Karlsson and Weirkosh together. Cody Ceci, Braun, Phillips, Mathot. Let's see. Braun was a -5. Mathot was a +1. Cody Ceci was a +1. I don't know what to make of that, man. It's all over the place. And goaltenders, let's see this. It could be the goalies, yeah. Andrew Hammond's got 4.54 goals against. It's only been 2 games, so, I mean, he could still turn it around. But look at what I'm talking about last year. I mean, 63 games played, 40 wins, 17 losses, goals against 2.39, and a save percentage of almost .920 for NHL 15. Those are very good stats, right? Lehner's stats is not bad. Yeah, they're not horrible stats. I think in those games, man, just the offense didn't show up in that one game where he allowed 4 goals in the third period. That was a real bad one. But the other ones, they weren't horrible. He did have to face a lot of shots, and our offense wasn't there. So it could just be coincidence, boys. It could have just been a bad stretch for us, all right? So I want to know, what should we do? As of right now, in the league, we sit dead last in our division, 6 points, and tied for dead last in the NHL with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So only 10 games in, we have another 72. We can still change this around, but what should we do, boys? Because I don't want to go another month and be, 6-14, have the same kind of month that we have. We need to right the ship right now, get back to 500, and then start to put 2 wins to 1 loss, 2 wins to 1 loss. So which goaltender should we go with? Should we just leave it on automated goalie rotations and let the quick simulation go, or should I keep it on on custom goalie rotations and go with Robin Lehner, because he seems to be playing like the better goalie right now? Or should I give Andrew Hammond the chance to come back, all right? I'll have a link in the comments to the website, because I want to get this under control right away, boys. This is not a good start to the playoffs, and if we don't get, not a good start to the regular season, and if we don't get back to the playoffs, it's a huge disappointment. I'm not ready for a rebuild, so what do we need to do to get the Ottawa Senators back to the playoffs? Let me know, boys, and I'll see you in the next one.